Here's Chris.
Morning, everybody. Right, welcome to the show. We're live on Global Player. We're live on Radio X. You can listen right now. You clearly are. And if you're not watching, you can watch on Global Player, the official Radio X app. Switch it on. Go to Live Radio, Radio X. There's a little button on the bottom that says Live Radio, and then we should just appear. Or just switch it on and scroll up a little bit. We might be live there. Yeah. Boom.
As if by magic, really, isn't it?
And then you can catch up on any of the shows that you missed for the first half hour and watch us in all our beautiful, handsome glory on Global Player or on YouTube. But we don't promote the YouTube stuff because Ashley hasn't bought it yet.
It's only maritime.
G-Tube.
Yeah.
Which sounds like something you would subscribe to.
I see what you're saying.
Once again, hello to all of our listeners in Florida. I'm kind of hoping we don't have any listeners in Florida in regards to the fact that they've got bigger fish to fry.
And everyone's out.
Then tuning into the Chris Moyles show.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the hurricanes and the storms engulfing the whole state of Florida. I was watching loads of it yesterday. I need to double check, but I think it's not as horrendous as they were fearing it was going to be.
Not quite, is it? 120, I mean, still 120 mile an hour winds. But they were at one point talking about like 160 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
And it's category 3 as opposed to, I mean, it's very windy and it's still really dangerous.
Mad. Well, I'm learning all the time. So there's a storm coming, and that's what was happening yesterday. The storm was heading towards Florida. They were projecting the route it would take, and obviously at any point it can just skew off another direction. It looked like it was going to be coming in from the west of Florida, going up to St. Pete and Tampa and Sarasota, kind of that side, but then moving across. But from watching loads of streaming stuff yesterday, what I didn't realise was, as the storm's coming in, there are still little hurricanes all over Florida, and the wind is already picking up. So and they kept talking about when it was going to hit land.
Yeah.
But that's the storm. That's the main push of it. But because weather is weather, there were still hurricanes going off all over and little twisters and tornadoes all over Florida. So while they're waiting for it, the bad weather has already arrived.
Yeah.
The massive gusts of wind and everything. And I was doing some research because it's not something that we have to deal with in the UK.
No, thankfully.
And the National Hurricane Centre, so I had a little look this morning, and they were saying the wind, at one point, the wind was down to 105 miles an hour. That's
down
to 105 miles an hour, 960 millibars. And the hurricane force winds can extend up to 35 miles away from the center of the hurricane. So that's 35 miles from the center of it. They can still feel those force winds. And the tropical storm force winds can extend from the center up to 255 miles away.
It's frightening, isn't it?
255 miles away. That's like...
That's like Cumbria, James.
As the crow flies.
About that?
Well, Leeds is 200 miles from London.
Right.
So you're talking another 55 miles north of Leeds. Certainly 50 miles north of Leeds, you would be feeling the winds would be extending there. If the storm was in London, central London, you'd be looking at 50 miles north of Leeds. They'd be feeling the wind effects, which is just crazy.
The tornadoes that were they're just frightening, aren't they, that were coming in?
Did you see the video of the storm chaser plane? You know, the one that flies into the eye?
No. What?
The what?
The storm chasers, they fly into it to do research and gather data.
Yeah.
And basically fly right in the middle of it. Stuff flying everywhere.
Oh. So it's category 2 at the moment.
Isn't it?
Just
so it's
before 5 o'clock this morning.
So it's dropping down, which is good.
Downgraded to category 2, but that still winds 96 to 110 miles an hour.
See, now, weirdly, this morning, because I was watching so much of it last night and again when I woke up this morning, and then I left the house and it's windy and it's raining, because I didn't think it was meant to rain now.
No.
And it's windy, and because I'm so stupid, my brain goes, oh, is that from Florida? I know, no, Chris, it can still be windy. But honestly, first thought, I thought, oh, God, it's windy here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just Chris. That's
just October.
I think that's just British weather.
Yeah.
Chris, relax. Anyway, morning everyone.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's all right.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's okay. Yeah, I'm just looking on my weather app, and there is no rain today forecast, which is lovely.
That's
no
good.
rain at all, and then it says light rain is expected to start in 44 minutes. But there's no rain today.
No,
that's nice, isn't it?
That's good. Something
Light
like
rain is still rain. Apple.
Still gets you wet. Doesn't it, Apple? What? Rain gets you wet, doesn't it?
I like weather.
He's in Cupertino, isn't he? He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's looking out the window.
The weather guy.
Yeah.
He's got a tiny little corner office.
Yeah.
At Apple.
It's always sunny, isn't it?
He's got to predict the weather for the whole world.
Yeah. He's just making it up.
What else is going on? Have you seen the BBC weather app? It says hurricane winds in the UK today. Yeah, no, I know. A couple of people have said that in already. I don't know.
Oh, we do.
Hurricane force winds. What, today?
Yeah.
See, now on the Apple app,
no,
it says...
Toby. Oh, that's going to say everything.
That's not
back
what
again.
Toby wants, Pep.
10 miles an hour winds, 20 mile an hour gusts.
Hang on. What is that little... Oh, hang on.
What?
So it says on the app...
So this is the BBC app, the BBC weather app?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 degrees.
Yeah.
At 7 o'clock. 34% chance of rain, or whatever that is. And the wind speed on my app is 13,508 miles an hour.
Do you know what I've got the same?
Sorry, say that again.
13,508 miles an hour.
That's a lot, isn't it?
That's windy.
I'm going to all get blown away.
Now, are we looking... people are now texting it in. Yeah, 13,000 mile an hour winds.
Look, Chris.
Oh. Right.
Something's gone on here.
My granddad...
As far as I'm aware, the UK is not expecting any hurricane force winds. Oh,
all right, Michael Fish.
I've said that now, haven't I?
We've had a phone call from somebody who says there'll be a hurricane. I can assure you, but darling, there won't be a hurricane.
Chris, I got in from work last night. It was so windy. I thought the same as you.
My God, it's 13,000 miles an hour tomorrow. Saturday.
What's happened?
3 miles an hour. Stops on Saturday.
But everywhere is hurricane. So I was in Rhodes in
Is
Greece.
something happening today that we don't know about? That some guy at the BBC, or woman, sexist, who's doing the BBC weather app hasn't told everyone about. I'll put it on the app.
So I was on holiday in Greece in August, and it's currently 23 degrees over there and sunny. But according to the BBC weather app, hurricane force winds.
Does it say hurricane force winds everywhere?
Yeah, I think so.
Just put in Sydney, Australia.
Okay.
And just see if it says hurricane force winds.
Do you reckon somebody's literally just
Budapest is...
Well, hurricane force winds?
Yeah, 15,000 mile an hour winds.
Sydney, Australia.
Hurricane force winds?
Hurricane force winds.
Oh, wow.
What?
Corfu Airport.
Well, there's me thinking I'd done a nice bit of research saying, from the centre, the tropical storm winds can reach up to 255 miles away. Seemingly, this is the whole of planet Earth. But Hong Kong.
What's happened? That's really bad. Somebody just press right. Just send that to everyone. Oh, no, I've just sent it.
Yeah, but what's the harm if you think, batten down the hatches?
Well, absolutely. Better safe than sorry.
That's a great excuse not to go to work today.
Yeah. Hurricane force wind.
Hello, John. Yeah, it's Steve at the office. Where are you? I've stayed in. I'm locked in. I'm in the bathroom. What do you mean? Oh, the hurricane force winds. It just wasn't... Get yourself to work.
Oh, it's everywhere in the world.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Do you want to call up the BBC Weather Centre, Tom?
Oh, they'd love a call, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Hi, Dominic Byrne here, formerly of your parish, now at Radio X.
I think you'll find.
Check.
I think you'll find.
Have we got hurricane force winds today? Yeah, all right, there's a problem with the app. Go away, Dom.
That is...
Just double checking,
I've never seen that before.
All right, well, as far as I'm aware...
New Delhi.
Yep.
31 degrees.
And?
Hurricane force winds.
Right, all right, okay, so it says it everywhere. All right.
Oh, dear.
All right, now it's your first day, but honestly, there's nothing to worry about. So what you do is you write in hurricane force winds, and then you put that for Florida. Okay, don't press that button. That sends it to everywhere.
Yeah, don't be silly, Billy.
Okay. All right, I'll leave you to it, yeah? All right. Okay. Hurricane force winds. Oh, which button did he say? I think he said this one.
Oh, no.
Great. All right. My job here is done.
17,630 mile an hour winds in Kent.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
There you go, Kent. It's a day at home for you.
Windy.
Netflix and chill. As in chill out, Netflix.
Yeah.
There you go. According to the BBC app, says Sean, the wind is 13 times faster than the Earth's rotation. I mean, this is serious business.
It's what?
Sorry, Florida. It's our turn now.
Yeah.
Is that true?
It's what? What did he say?
13 times faster than the Earth's rotation.
Wow. Okay.
Gosh.
Yep. Keely's texting going, yep. Devon is breezy too. And it's the same, yeah. It's hurricane force winds. Cam from Portsmouth said, Chris, there's no laughing matter. On the way home from work last night, the wind was so strong, it blew me into my local pub.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can happen. It can get you. It can.
Libby said, should I be worried? I'm flying to Budapest today. Well, Libby, according to the BBC app, there's hurricane force winds where you are now and probably in Budapest and everywhere in between.
You'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, you know, if you get a nice tailwind, look at it like that. Easy.
You see that top text?
Go on.
Simon King.
Yes. So he, BBC Weather, that guy.
Where? Oh, right. He's tweeted saying, oops, don't be alarmed by some of our BBC Weather app data this morning. Be assured there won't be 14,408 mile an hour winds, hurricane force winds, or overnight temperatures of 404 degrees.
Wow.
It's being looked at and hopefully sorted ASAP. David in Cambridge let us know. Well, thank you. Well,
That's warm.
It is not 404 degrees. Callum from Derby says, it's all right here. It's only 5,770 mile an hour winds.
Oh, you got away with it. I mean, that's warm. Over 400 is, I mean, that's crispy, isn't it?
Yeah. Can I drive my lorry today in 13,000 mile an hour winds? I might get blown to my delivery. This could be a fuel saving method.
Oh,
Think about it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Light breeze in Gateshead. That's it. I'm not going to work, says Daz.
Absolutely right.
Oh, yeah, 3 bridges. Light cloud and a gentle breeze. There you are.
That's better.
Charlotte says, few wear safe, light cloud and a gentle breeze. Oh, hold on. Is it either hurricane winds or light cloud and a gentle breeze? Rab says, I downloaded the app specially. Only got a few mile an hour winds. Let's have a look. What have you got? Humidity's at 81% today. Really? Light winds, yeah. Light winds. You're fine. You're fine. I think we're okay.
Good.
All right. So there is not hurricane storm winds.
We're out of the woods.
Coming into the UK. It's not 15,000 mile an hour winds and it's not 400 degrees.
No.
That's the weather here at Hell.
Oh.
And now here's Julie with traffic.
How does that happen anyway? It doesn't matter. How does that happen?
Don't know. Now, yesterday, I asked you to text in to donate some money to Toby Tarrant because he's on day 4 of his grueling, ridiculous challenge. Oh, hold on. Sorry. 6:45, and you're listening to Radio... Oh, I know what I can do. 6:45, and you're listening to Radio X. That's Radio X with a time at 6:45. Write down the name of the radio station, just in case somebody asks you what you listen to. You can tell them that you listen to Radio X. And that sad music means that we're either going to hear Coldplay Fix You, or it's the full-on Make Some Noise Day tomorrow here in the building. Oh, phew, it was Coldplay. Oh. I thought there was going to be some sad audio that was going to make me cry and send a text in.
Tarrant versus the Thames.
Day 4.
Radio X.
Kindly supported by Domino's. Yummy. I'm going to level with you. I tried to play 2 jingles at the same time and time it right, but I didn't do it. I have a day 4. No, I've got this one, right? Here we go.
Tarrant versus the Thames.
Right.
Proudly supported by Domino's.
Radio X.
Right, and then I've got this one.
Tarrant versus the Thames.
Day 4.
Radio X.
Okay, so I'm going to try and play them at the same time and keep one of them down. Oh, for God's sake. So, proudly sponsored by Domino's.
Tarrant versus the Thames.
Day 4.
Radio X.
Beautiful. Thank you.
That's epic.
I did that live. In your face, Captain Crabbeard.
Epic right there.
I did it. Yeah, so it's Global's Make Some Noise Day. Oh, my God. You know how I've said before on the radio, when we're doing a competition, you've got to start your text with the word this, right? But you've got to send it to this number. And I bang on about it, and I bang on about it. And people text and going, yeah, we got it. Right, we know. And I'm like, no, but honestly...
You do, but they don't.
Yeah. I say, if you want to text in, start your text with the word Toby and then put the number Toby and then the number Toby and then the number. And people go, Caravan and Apple, what? I'm like, no. And I go, look, I know it's repetitive and it can get like, yeah, Chris, you've said it now. But I have to keep saying it because you won't believe the amount of people who don't hear it or it just doesn't go in or you have to explain it again. And if proof be needed of that, yesterday... went for a bite to eat. Max stayed at ours and we went for dinner. And we're sitting talking about Toby's challenge. And Tiff turned around to me and said, what is Make Some Noise? And I went, you've got to be kidding me, right? She goes, no, but like it's a charity or something, but what is it? I went, oh my, really? Are we having this conversation? This is one step away from, so do you have to get up early in the morning to do your show? so do you go to bed early? Yeah. And then do you wake up early? What time do you have to get up? And I said, every day. Wow.
And did you answer the question or did you? Yeah.
Global is the name of the company that owns Radio X. It also owns Capital and Heart and LBC and Classic FM and Gold and Smooth. Have I missed anything out? Heart Musicals, Heart 80s,
Yeah, that's it.
Capital Dance, all these great radio stations. And so they set up a charity years ago that the idea was, because they own loads of radio stations, we can all make loads of noise and go, give us your money. So poor old Toby Tarrant is on a pedalo on the River Wey for day 4 today. Amanda Holden is, I don't know, not wearing heels for an hour. Whatever it may be, these difficult challenges. Nick Ferrari has to say something positive about Labour. Things that are really tough and hard to do. So we do all these things and we raise as much money as we can, and all that money goes into a big pot. Then the charity Makes Some Noise. What that does is it finds little charities around the UK, tiny charities that often are like run by 2 people out of their spare bedroom or something. They do it on the side of their life. And these little charities are all in the UK. And when Global has raised all this money, then they divvy it up with all these tiny little charities around the UK. These charities are the kind of charities that you've probably never heard of because they don't have enough funding to get the name out there of what they do. And it can be tiny little things and random things like, and I'm going to make this up now, somebody has a child and the child has freckleitis, right? And it's a very, 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 very rare condition. And they do research and they go, we can't find anything out about freckleitis. There's just nothing out there. And they really struggle to get some help for their child and work out what it is and what the best help and solution is. So then they go, do you know what? Other people are going to have to go through this. So they set up a little charity called Freckleitis UK, right? And then it might affect 100 kids in Britain, but there's nothing out there for them. So this couple set up this little charity to try and help other parents of kids who have got freckleitis. Yes, I've made up the name. And then that's the thing. So it's only run by this couple, and they've got jobs, and they've got their own family to do, so they try and do as much as they can. Here comes Global's Make Some Noise, and they go, we'll help you out. What do you need? Well, for us to do what we want to do, like, if we could get, like, £15,000, that'd cover us for, like, a couple of years. Okay, well, great. Here's £15,000. Or here's £20,000. Or here's £25,000. Oh, my God, you're amazing. Thank you. You're welcome. Next. And it's like a conveyor belt of little charities. So that's what Global's Make Some Noise is, okay? Really great charities. Homelessness, mental health, loads of charities to do with children who have to care for their parents, parents who are looking after their children, but they're also in full-time work and whatever. There's lots of different things. And charities, let's be honest, hopefully that you'll never have to use. And that's what makes some noises. Okay?
Yeah.
And Radio X this week have nominated Toby Tarrant to pedal a unicorn called Tallulah Sparkle Party down the River Thames. However, we got told we weren't allowed on the River Thames because of the rain and the flooding.
Yeah.
So we changed it to the Grand Union Canals around London, then leading him onto the Thames at the end of the week. No, that got scrapped at the 11th hour because of a myriad of reasons, including a boat which capsized because of the weather and the flooding.
Yeah.
Start again. So we come up with Plan C, which is he goes on the Riverway and he does 10 miles on Monday and then he does 10 miles on Tuesday. But then because there's more problems, he has to go back to what he did on Monday and do that again and then do Tuesdays again today. Yesterday, we hit more problems and somebody from what I keep calling the Environmental Agency, but it's not. It's the Environment Agency. Potato. They come down and go, car park there. And then eventually a woman who seemingly owns a bit of the river, it's got really confusing now, we don't know.
Tracy,
she goes, yeah, you're all right. You can use my stretch of river. Yeah. She seemingly just has a stretch in her back garden.
Yeah,
so Toby goes, great. So that was day one again. But it wasn't day one again. It was day two again. So he's done day one on day one, day two on day two, day two on day three. We're now on day four, and I'll be honest, I've given up.
Who knows? I think he's going in a submarine today.
Is he doing day two again?
Yes.
So he has to do... So day one was this stretch.
Yeah.
And then day two, he did stretch B.
Yes.
Day three, he did stretch B. And day four, today, he has to do stretch B.
I think so.
Oh,
right.
no.
I think he's done stretch B 3 times, I think.
Okay.
So it would now make sense to go back to Godalming.
No, true.
Yeah, it would.
Or he'd have to pick up Tallulah to head to the start point.
So he'll know that route very well by the time he finishes today.
Yeah.
He'll be passing, like, certain buildings going, hey, Jeff, how's the wife? Yeah. Yeah. And how did that... Did that... You got that contract through? Brilliant, well done. All right. Hopefully don't see you tomorrow.
He did say a listener walked alongside with him for a bit, making small talk. He said, I found it really awkward.
He was saying that. I phoned him the other night, on Tuesday night. He said, it's lovely because people are coming down and supporting, which genuinely is lovely, and I think it helps. But obviously, he's pedalling so slowly that he can't escape the conversation. So he just had this, he was saying like a 20-minute chat, really about not very much at all.
Yeah.
But he can't say, anyway, got to go now.
Yeah.
He can't do that because he's obviously not going anywhere. Or he is, but very slowly.
Tuesday, the rain absolutely hammered down. He got absolutely drenched yesterday.
Yeah.
And this is no word of a lie. Yesterday, he was so beaten down by it because they got told, no, you can't go to... He's getting ready to get on the pedalo and do another day. And then someone came and said, no, you can't. What you can do is you can move it down there about a mile or so. But then that means they've got to take the pedalo out, put it in a van, drive it down the road, then get it back out, put it on the water again. Oh, and by the way, when you do get to that spot, you can't do 10 miles from there. We're only going to let you do 2, which means you'll have to do 2 miles forward. What? And then we had to turn around and do another 2. No, you can't, because you can't go in the opposite direction of the way that it's flowing. So you'd have to do 2 miles, take the pedalo out of the water, drive back 2 miles, put it back in the water, and start again and do that 5 times. And at that point...
Yeah.
I think Toby was done.
I think
he was done and he was broken.
A very emotional Toby yesterday morning, wasn't it?
No, we didn't know all this was going on. We just knew there were problems. So by the time we went to speak to Toby live yesterday, he'd broken him.
I think
he
so.
was done.
Yeah.
And he wasn't his normal jolly self. And he he'd had enough. And then we told him that he wanted to raise £35,000 for this. And we told him yesterday he hadn't done that. He'd doubled that and he'd raised £70,000.
Yeah.
And at that point, he started crying.
Oh, it was brilliant radio.
You're right, old beef up.
I only want another beef up, didn't I?
Pass me the tissues. No, not like that. I'm crying. So, when we told him yesterday, it was just over £70,000 because you guys have been amazing. That £70,000 will go to Global's Make Some Noise and will appear in the pockets of these amazing charities that do everything. Every kind of thing. Families living with the news of a life-limiting diagnosis, losing somebody they love, facing homelessness, struggling with the pain of feeling alone, mental health issues, all that stuff that hopefully you don't have to deal with. So it's great. However, I know there are people listening right now and watching who have given us nothing. I'm not talking about the people who can't give us any money because they're like, Chris, I'd love to give you a tenner. I just can't. That's fine. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you. You tight-ass rich people. That's right. And I'm coming for you after the news. That's right. That's right. Look at your watch. See what time it is. Oh, that's a nice watch. Oh, nice. See what I did there? Yeah, got you, didn't I? When did you get that? Yes. Big treat, was it? But is that your first watch? It's not. Oh, you got another nice watch. Well, you can give us £40. I'm coming for you after the news.
The Chris Moyles Show.
I am coming for... Oh! Tom Ford, is it? Oh, Tom Ford aftershave. Oh, very nice. I'm coming for you after the news.
The Chris Moyles Show.